town where the grass is green, a place where the high-vibes beam. We talk about the plants we grow at Ames High Cannabis Show. Tune in, hear the stories told about the secrets of the rolling gold, with interviews and lessons sweet. We educate on nature's tree. Grow it tall, grow it right. Feel the love in every life. Ames High will guide you through the path to the green, so true.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Today we got a super special guest. Y'all already know who it is, bro. You see him popping up everywhere. You, man, bro. We got Chonky in the building. We got Chonky in the building, bro.
Hey, cheers, all. How's it going?
How you doing today, brother?
I am living large today. Thank you for having me, bro.
Of course, bro. Thank you for coming up, bro.
How's your Saturday been?
Just busy, just running around trying to get shit done, man.
Yeah,
Got
I hear it.
got my wife coming back from a family trip and stuff. Got to go pick her up early in the morning. Yeah, got a bunch of stuff going on.
Bachelorhood's gonna end. I've got that coming up. My wife asked me, she's like, "Do you mind if I go visit my mom for the weekend?" I'm like, "When are we leaving?" She's like, "No, I'm gonna leave on Thursday." I'm like, "So you're gonna leave on Thursday?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, you."
How's
I mean,
my
yes,
show?
I really want to go, but I think you should spend time with your mom. So yeah, so I
Sounds
got
like
some
a good idea.
bachelorhood coming up, which is great for me because I have a lot of stuff I can do with my plants.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Well, let's get into it, man.
Yes, sir.
What first got you growing cannabis? Like, what got you into it?
Honestly, it was the price. It was so super expensive. Even black market, gray market, whatever market you want to call it, it was still going 225, 250 an ounce. And I'm not really a big smoker of flower. I was more of at that time. I was more of edible, and all I was wanting to do was fill an edible at my magic butter machine. And
Oh,
at 200, 250 an ounce, and at 5 ounces, that's a really expensive run.
yo,
So
yeah,
I actually
for
bought
sure.
this little thing. It's called a stealth box. Picture like a giant speaker. Basically, it wasn't even a 2 by 2 by 3. It was like more like a 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 by like 3 foot. And I
Okay,
grew like 6 ounces out of that bad boy in my first run. So
okay, okay.
that's actually what got me started. And then it's just one of those that it just sucked me right in. It's like, now I was like, now I did little stealth box, and I did that for 2 runs. I'm like, all right, it's time to get something a little bit bigger. So me being me, I went straight to a 5 by 5, skip the 2 by 4, 3 by 3, or anything small. It's straight to a 5 by 5.
Yeah, go
And I
big or
was
go
like,
home.
oh yeah, I can get this done. Let's do it outside. Let's see what we can do outside. So I bought myself a dog kennel, a 10 by 10 dog kennel.
Okay.
Because that was like fast forwarded like the 2 years,
Mhm.
and the state of Vermont became legal. So we could legally grow 6 plants with 2 flowering in the state of Vermont. But
Okay.
with that, you had to have them out of sight and you had to have them locked up. So instead of buying an actual real fence, I saw a 10 by 10 dog kennel for sale on like a Facebook marketplace for like $100. I'm like, perfect. So
Yeah.
I actually grew my first outside grow was a 10 by 10 dog kennel, and actually it's still out there in the same spot. And that's where I take all my plants off to harden because I don't want any, with them being so small. And I do live out in the woods. I don't want any animals coming in, and deer,
Mhm.
anything, rabbits coming in, or my asshole puppy who likes to eat everything. And yeah, she has killed 4 plants on me from pulling up and eating them. So
Fuck.
I want to keep my plants safe while they harden out. And they're also like near a tree, so depending on when time of day I get them out there, I
Mhm.
can harden them off in the morning, and it's nice and shady out. And as that sun starts to come up, I can just like keep an eye on it. And once it gets like an hour, 2 hours, depending on how long they're out there, how many days, I can just watch that sun and that shade, and they like properly harden off with a little bit of shade, a little bit of sun, a little bit of shade, a little bit of sun.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
and now I have I have a 4x4, a 5x5, that 10x10 dog kennel, a 30x30 dog kennel, and I kind of just said screw it on the dog kennels, and now I can grow 54 plants outside. So there's no dog kennels that can fit all those plants. So
Yeah, no.
yeah, so my journey, it started super small. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna grow like four plants in little 2-gallon pots. I'm good. And now I'm like, fuck, I can only grow 50. All right, so I'm going to take that back. I can grow 54 plants, but only 18 flowering at one time.
Okay.
So what it is in the state of Vermont, I'm a medical patient. I'm also a caregiver for two of my friends.
Mhm.
And with state of Vermont, I can grow 18 plants, 6 flowering for myself, and the same for the two medical patients as well. So I get to grow all those plants, but now I have so many different genetics plants. I've started collecting moms. So now I have so much I want to run that I'm like, I can only do so much, even though I have that large of a plant count.
Mhm. Yeah. No, fuck. It's nice when you have that large of a plant count, but it definitely does have its downsides. Yeah,
It
definitely.
does, because now of course I most everybody knows I'm handicapped in my right foot, and it's not always easy for me to stand, much less walk or
Mhm.
tend to a bunch of big plants. And I keep saying I'm going to scale it down. I see Alicia in there. Hi, Alicia. I told her that I was like, I need to take a break. I've been growing nonstop for 2.5 years. My foot is bothering me, and I'm like, no, it's not going to happen. It's gonna be worse. Oh, there's Reggie. Reggie, I got
What up?
something for you, my friend. Um, yeah, Reggie. He lives just across the border, a little bit up north from and my Canadian friends. So I
Oh.
do have. I've been slacking, and I have some. I might have some no joke beans that came from Chad that need to get up to Reggie. So I'm either going to send them, or we're going to meet at the border,
Hell yeah. Dude, let's
smoke a
swap.
joint, get some beans. Why not?
Let's
And
go.
I don't know if I sent this to Mailman, but yeah, Mailman, another fellow growing. I'm not sure if you know Mailman Grows. He's across the pond over in Plattsburgh. The pond for us is like Champlain. We call that our pond. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know where I've gone to that. I'm super lit. Our boy Turkana Kyle. You can see him. Oh no, you can see him
Yeah.
here. You can see him there. This is the Trinity, and it is got me lit. I also, don't tell anybody, I've got some Scotty Real Cherry Paloma.
Oh, okay. You got the good stuff.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, so if I'm extra talkative tonight, you know why.
All right, man. Real quick, I have to ask, how'd you get the name ChonkyNugz? Like, what inspired that?
So, another past life, I worked at a dispensary. I told you my background right before we came on the show. So there was a dispensary owner that I knew. We knew each other. My wife is the select board chair, so she was helping her get like legalization, like not legalization passed, but dispensary, like to be able to have a dispensary in our town. You had to have the town pass it and allow the dispensary. So I met this dispensary owner through my wife, and we just became friendly. I love weed; she loves weed. I have a security background, network security background, so I actually designed their um, network security, their network, made sure they were nice and safe once they went online. And we were talking. She's like, "Yeah, I'm getting all these kids that want to apply for a job. I need somebody who knows weed, but she's like, can you help me open the store, bud tend just for a little bit till we get up and going?" I'm like, I'm down. You know me. Like when I'm like Wayne from Letterkenny. If a friend asks for help, you help them. Kind of like tonight. So I bud tended, and I befriended a bud tender there. We became really good friends, and she's like, "Hey, Brad." Yes, my Christian name is Brad. I don't care who knows it. Brad, come here, come here. She's like, "Look at these cute, chunky little nugs." I'm like, "I'm a chunky nug. Look at me. Look at this body. I'm a chunky nug." So it just kind of stuck. So that's where
I
Chonky
love
Nugs
it.
came from. And then the logo, that's actually just an AI generated logo. I love steampunk and garden gnomes, and I told Chat GPT, it's a paid version of Chat GPT, like steampunk garden gnome with steampunk weed and smoking a joint, and that's what it spit out.
Love it. Love it.
So
All right. It is cool. I was staring at it like when you first got it. I was like, oh.
Yeah, you know what? I will say, you can here. Let me. I can't do that here. I'm trying to duck here so you can actually see. There it is. The
There it is.
ChonkyNugz
Yeah.
name there at the bottom. Our boy L hooked me up. I was trying to figure out how to do this. I didn't have the proper software, and
Mm.
I was asking him for hints. He's like, "Dude, just send me the logo. Send me what you want. I'll do it for you." So again, community hooked up.
Yeah.
L is the man. He helped me out with getting this a little bit perfect, and then Peasy from To Be Blunt. Whoop, wrong way here. Um, I get messed up in the camera being backwards. Peasy actually formatted it to work as a logo, and then added Tropicana Kyle's logo up there for me too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
just a whole bunch of community love.
Nice. Nice. Fucking love it, bro. It's really cool. Like, but literally community built right there. I love that.
Yes, sir.
Super awesome, man. So let's get into your growing techniques, your methods. What what is it that you found that works for you? You know what I mean?
What works for me, and I was actually just talking about this with a bunch of people, is I grow organically. I don't do it for cost savings. Just please, people don't think that growing organically or using Jadam methods, it's never going to be cheaper than bottled nutrients. I prefer it just because I can actually use the land. I use fermented plant juices. I take my plants, the male plants, the any ladies that I don't keep, any leaves that I defoliate, any stems. I throw it in a big bucket, and then I put leaf mold in it, put some water in it, let it sit for a year, and then I have fermented plant juice that is just for cannabis. Nothing else goes in there. I make my own chicken manure and such, but it's not any cheaper. It's not any better. I'm not a snoot saying organic is better than synthetic. I will say outdoor is better than indoor. I'll fight anybody who says any different. Um, but I like organic just because it just resonates with me. Oh, there's L. Cheers,
There
bro.
he is. There's the man.
Yes, I don't know. I don't know if you heard my props to you, my friend, but thank you so much for the help on the logo.
Hell yeah, bro. This whole
Yeah,
can man. Oh fuck
yeah.
yeah, it is.
So yeah,
Yes, it is.
I'm
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
no, sorry. I was gonna say
Oh,
I'm loyal to the soil with Build the Soil. Use L's coupon code if you're buying from Build the Soil. I also use Gaia Green. I spread that love. I try to spread the love even when I buy nutrients in my supplies. Starting to go into the Gambit realm. I'm not sure if you know Gambit Growing Solutions
mm.
and their tents and such, but Connor is a great guy coming up with some really great gear. So check him out if you're looking for any gear.
Should definitely get his link and post that. That'd be a good one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
He
yeah.
was on To Be Blunt the other night and just showing off some of his really. It's so simple, it's genius, or it's so genius and simple. It was like LST ropes instead of just like a wire. He's actually got like a rope. He's got a little ratchet that you can use on it. It
Bro.
goes on his pods have like 10 eye hooks or eyelets on each pod. So I'm like he's like instead of a company that got into the growing equipment, he was a grower. That's just an absolute genius, by the way. That is making products for the growers themselves.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Excuse me. Sorry. So you're very active in the cannabis community. What do you think growers should focus on more when it comes to supporting each other?
Watch your ego. It's really easy for people to get too big for their britches. I've learned that unfortunately the hard way a few times, and um, I've seen battles on Instagram, and everybody here should probably knows about people getting blocked and people's accounts coming down. It's like there's so much space in this community. Please, if you don't if you don't get along with somebody, just don't interact. I mean, that's what I do. Unfortunately, I mean, I try to get along with everybody, but there's a few here and there that we just don't drive, and to me, that's okay. Not everybody has to like me, but we have to respect each other, and we
Yeah.
have to. If you don't like each other, just give yourself space. The space is so big that you don't have to be sucked into one little pod. So,
Love it. Yeah, you don't have
so
to
yeah,
love everybody, but show people the respect that you would want to be shown.
yes, sir.
That's simple. Fucking people, I'm with you. People, riches.
Just gonna always show everybody needs respect.
Yeah. Or as who is it? Fuck. What was it? Integrity. We need some integrity. Oh my god. Uh, what's the what's your personal favorite setup? Like, I know you were talking about strictly doing it out, like outdoors. You don't do the cages anymore, but how
My
does that go?
favorite setup. I'm still experimenting. I'm actually still a rather new grower, believe it or not. I've only been growing for about 3 years, roughly, total. I prefer to grow outside, and not just because it tastes better. And I will fight you if you tell me differently. But no, for me, I grow in 20-gallon pots outside, so I get to experiment with these big bushes or these small little trees. Um, and with me again being not I don't get around all that easy. Some days are even worse than others, but being able to like I space them out where I can drive my tractor in between each plant, so I can like sit, drive, or I can try to park the tractor close to actually work on the plant. I bought myself a little like gardener's, like it's a stool that you flip it back up and it's a little bench. So I like growing outside. It gives me space. It gets me outdoors. I'm in Vermont, so we've been indoors from like October until just about now. So I'm ready to get out and explore the land. I have 7 acres of land and a couple pups that love to explore. So, and they love going
You're
over to the
living the
yard more than
dream, man.
yeah. So getting outside, I like being outside. I just like being outside and um, growing in my big 20-gallon pots. I do use 10-gallon pots for autos though if I'm outside.
And so, what's your thoughts versus what's your thoughts of organic versus cocoa for autos?
Or what do you mean organic? Like
Yeah, like a
organic living soil
like
versus
a living
cocoa?
soil. Yeah, versus like
Um,
a
I
cocoa setup.
I can't really speak from experience. I've only grown in soil, and I've outside I grow living soil. Inside I grow organically, but not living soil. I've never grown in cocoa,
Okay,
so I can't really speak from experience. Just from research and being in the community and listening to everybody talk, I feel like an expert. I am not an expert by any means. I will never give anybody advice. But with cocoa being a little bit airier, not holding the moisture but holding the air, it may be good for an auto because they're so sensitive that you don't want any kind of anything going wrong at all in that root zone. And I think cocoa may be a better option. I'm going to say just in theory, I think it's probably a better option for autos.
okay, okay. So, do you flush your plants at the end or no?
I do not
Since
know.
you yeah, okay.
No, no.
Yeah, I figured as much. I just wanted to ask just in case. I don't know, 'cause some people, sometimes people do some things,
Some
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, some people have different methods. People have different methods that I don't understand. I have methods that people don't understand. So I don't knock anything. Not saying don't flush your organic living soil, but I don't think it's necessary. I mean,
So,
and a big reason for the flush is to get out all the extra salts from the synthetic newts. And if you're not using any synthetics, there's really no reason to flush. I will say I do bud wash the outdoors.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's fair. That's fair. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and people
How do you?
ask me why, and I don't know if you're going to ask me why, but I'll tell you why. So outdoors, and I'm not actually that far from a main road. There's exhaust, there's dirt, there's dust, there's animal poo, there's animal carcasses. I mean, if I'm not talking about cannabis, are you going to want to put something in your mouth that has all that stuff on it?
No.
Not really, no. So, and then with bud washing, yes, I'm not going to say you're not going to lose trichomes. You're going to lose trichomes,
Hmm.
but it's not like washing your plant for hash. For If you're washing your plants for bubble hash, you're washing it at super, super, super cold temperatures, and you're really agitating it by spinning it. When you bud wash, I do it at 72 degrees with a organic veggie wash, and I'm gentle. I just scoop it down, up and down like 3 times for the wash,
Thanks.
2 times for a rinse, and then she's hung up, and then she goes into the tent for drying.
Nice. Okay. Smart way.
All very gentle, all very warm. If you're not gentle and you're not warm, you're going to lose a whole lot more trichomes than you're expecting.
Big facts. Big
So.
facts. Yeah, no, I'm not too keen on the outdoor growing. And don't get me wrong, like more power to you. I just don't like fighting all of that nature. That's why I do indoors.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
actually,
trust me, I know that flavor is a lot better outdoors when because all that sun. The sun's the most powerful light you'll find, bro. You ain't gonna ever beat the sun.
no,
The sun's gonna give it everything it needs. The nature, the birds, like literally everything.
I actually run a little sound machine in my 5x5 that's chirping birds. I run it right before the plants wake up, run it for a few hours, and then turn it off.
Yeah, bro, because you can like, bro, y'all, if y'all listen to this, okay, y'all don't believe me, check this out, okay, and I bet Chunky could back me up on this. They did this study, right? The plants are more active after they hear the chirping of the birds, like in the morning, right? Because then it lets them know they need to start opening up all of their stuff, so all the fucking bees and stuff could come in and start pollinating. That is why it's a lot better for you to start making your chirping noises inside of your tent, like near your grow, because it's like, your plant's like, oh, it's time to wake up, just like the rooster for a farmer, you know what I mean? Same concept.
Yeah, far red lights will help you out with that a lot too. So those
Yeah.
far reds, that's what's going to tell the plant to start waking up. So half hour, 15 minutes, half hour, it's debatable on who the grower is and how much time they put that far red in before the lights come on and right before they turn off. And that's another indicator for those plants saying, oh, that the sun is starting to change that spectrum to start setting. So I need to start sleeping. So using far red in your tent is just going to make it go to sleep sooner and wake up sooner. So along with the chirping birds, I know, who was it? I think it was the dude on Dude Grows actually says that he takes his little noisemaker and he changes it to like running water and birds and like an ocean sound and all that. So yeah, some people, I don't know. There's no science that I have read, at least, on the birds chirping. It's anecdote. What's Karimba call it? Anecdata. So a lot of the bro science says it works, and you know what? It's worked for me. So I'm not going to stop it because my flower comes out pretty okay. So I don't want to stop doing it.
What the fuck?
Mary, did you get attacked by a bird?
What? Oh my god.
I love Mary. She is a true OG. I was supposed to go out to Denver for the week before the DGC Cup, and unfortunately, I'm not going to go now. I was going to meet Mary. I was going to meet Mary and her husband. I was so stoked. That has fallen through for me. But I keep telling Mary, like I know in my soul, like just the connection between her and I'm going to meet her one day. It's like she is one I'm going to meet one day. Chad Westport is another gentleman I'll meet one day. Ken and Alicia, I know you're in here somewhere. Oh, there she is. I'll meet Ken and Alicia one day. So,
hell yeah, bro. That's sad though. Why? I'm not gonna pry. Next year though, right?
yeah. So I was actually not going to make it to the cup itself. So there was supposed to be a trip my wife and I were supposed to take Sunday through Thursday to Denver anyway. So I'm like, I know what? I'm going to go to Denver and just hang out. So that trip has fallen through. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be making it to the DGC Cup. I was actually coming home the day before the VIP party anyway. So I was going to miss all the festivities. I wanted to meet a couple people like Triplicana Kyle and Grambo and some of the other people that I've met online, and I could probably just tour around the city and just say hi to people. And it's not going to happen, but I think I'm going to drive out next year. If it's still in that same spot as it is this year, you can camp. So I'm going to drive out some camping gear and mailman, pick him up on the way, pick up Alicia on the way, and I'll pick up Mary on the way too, and we'll all head out to the DGC Cup 2026.
Let's go, bro. That's what I'm talking about. I'll definitely meet you there, man.
Are you heading to the Cup this year?
Yeah, bro. It's like three, no,
It's
3
about
or
a
2
month
hours
away.
away from me. Yeah.
Oh,
It's not that
nice.
far.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I didn't know where you were, and I didn't want to ask him about your spot. So,
Oh, I'm not
cool.
worried about it. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
Y'all could come hang out. Y'all know where I live.
I'm
We'll
gonna
have
say
a
I'm
party.
gonna go to bunk at your house then.
It'll be sick, man. We'll have a big old party. It'll be nice.
We'll have
Block
our
party.
own. We'll have our own cup and hash bash right there.
Right here. Let's go. Make sure you
Oh,
get
there's Super Kyle right there.
Let's go. Oh yeah, bro.
Sir, there you go. I've got your your Trinity. I didn't mix any of the tropical strawberry tonight. That's so what I've been doing is his Trinity just it brings me up. It gives me a boost, as you can tell with like me just babbling tonight. I am lit. So thank you, Chipper Kyle. But what I do during the daytimes, I mix a little bit of double tropical strawberry in there, and it gives it such a smooth strawberry hit. I'm a whore for strawberry flavor, so it's one of my for a fruit terp. Strawberry is my game. So gives it a nice smooth strawberry hit. It brings me up. It kind of like relaxes my body a little bit, and it takes the pain away from my foot, but I'm still able to function, which is to me it's a perfect hybrid high. And it's taking me a long time to find something that's perfect for me for the day, because I don't want to be super stony during the day. So that is like I can't thank Kyle enough for finding like that one. I found the combination, but he helped me find that combination, and that's going to be like a keeper winner for me.
Hell yeah, bro. I'm gonna have to try some. You keep talking it up, man. I'm gonna have to get my hands on.
Tell you what, Tripper Can is in this chat. Hit him up on IG after the show, or if you want, I can get you hooked up with him as well, and let you know how to sample something.
Too easy, bro. Too easy.
Yes,
of course.
sir.
Bro, you keep talking it up. I feel like I'm missing out on some
Dude,
gold.
I tell you what. Did you ever have old school sour D?
Yeah.
Like real, like
yes,
95, 96.
Yes,
Our boy
that is
has
the
it.
stuff that, like, bro, that's what got me hooked on, like, bro, some of the first strains was the sour diesel and what was it? It was a haze. It was I think it was
A
one of the
Neville?
hazes. I can't remember what the haze was, but I just remember it was a haze, and it got me hooked. Those are like literally my anything with that, bro. That is me. I'm all about that.
I will say that Tropicana's sour D micro diamonds has ruined hash for me. It just completely ruined it, because there's nothing that's going to beat it. And if I can't keep getting those, I'm going to be just a sad sack. So that good. They're across the room, but I can grab them and show you if you want to see them.
I'm down.
All right, give me a second.
All right. How about you, chat? What's the best stuff that you smoked on recently? Smoke on something crazy, like something just like, oh, sent you down memory lane, you know? And drop it in the chat. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. Going to jam.
Now I just need to find the right one, because somebody went a little ridiculous with Tropicana Kyle. Let's see here. Hopefully you're going to be able to see these diamonds on the camera.
Come forward, guys. Yeah, I'm obsessed with Tropicana.
Oh.
Let's obsessed.
Oh no.
It's blending in. It's too good. It's too good. The camera won't let us see it.
Yeah. Come on.
It's
Let,
trying.
let me turn off my background real quick.
All right.
You can get to see my horrible. Actually, this is my wife's office.
Nobody's judging. Nobody's judging.
But all of my tents and stuff are down here.
Oh, with the soup. Oh, okay. With the okay, bro.
I will
Turpicana.
say, just be careful with these because you'll never want to smoke anything again. Unless it's the Trinity with the double chop strawberry, of course. Or the Chem 4 or the Cherry Paloma. What else do I have? Rainbow Belts. This is the Chem 4. Georgia Pie Diamonds. See if we can get some Georgia Pie Diamonds. You can see those little bad boys right in there. Whoop.
Oh yeah, you see him in there.
Yeah, seriously, if you guys are into old school strains, you want some diamonds, you want the sour, I'm talking Keithland's cut sour D, you know where to go.
Bro, what?
Yeah. I'm stoked. I'm very blessed. Like others say, I've got to check my weed privilege because I've been lucky enough to hook up with a bunch of the Colorado growers. Three's Genetics, Jeremy from Three's Genetics, another solid dude. It's got some great. I had some Colonel Chemipes, and now I have some Rainbow Moose. Definitely,
Moose. The fucking moose. Oh God. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got some privileges.
I do. So, and actually, I don't really. It's just I see people. Oh, there's Macro Pistol. I just saw Macro Pistol pop in. Another solid grow me right there. I'm gonna tell you. I know I'm bouncing around again. I'm sorry. I'm high as fuck right now. Macro Pistol. He knew I've been looking for ocean fruit for years. He sent me a link. I was too late. He had bought them, and then in my mail like 2 days ago, guess what showed up in my mailbox? A 10-pack of ocean fruit for no goddamn reason other than he is a solid grow me.
I wish, bro. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
So.
yeah. Yeah. Sorry, my brother's asking for the grinder.
No worries. Yeah, no, I'm stoked to see. There's lower class booth. Hey there. Yeah, I'm just stoked to see a bunch of like Tropicana VIP groups here. I see Macro Pistol. He's Tropicana. He's also 2B Blunt. So he's everywhere. So it's great seeing others.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, bro. I'm sad, bro. I thought I was gonna meet you this year. It was gonna be sick.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was hoping. Actually, I was hoping to meet Tropicana Kyle and Tops and Grambo and Chad. Rasta Jeff. I was going to be stoked. I didn't know you were going to be there, but I would have been super stoked to meet you and L and the Rue crew. It's if I go out, I'm not going to compete. I don't think I have the chops to compete, and I'm more on make it a social thing. Like I'd rather like spend my time meeting the people and talking to people and just smoking and having a good time. So you know what? I may not make it out this year, but you never know when my ass is going to pop up in Colorado. I'm kind of random like that.
Hell yeah. Well, if you're ever in Colorado, bro, you let me know. Let me know.
You will be on the Colorado destination.
Hell yeah, man. Well, shit. Let's get back into it real quick. Outdoors. What is your what's your pest management like? How do you keep the bugs away? What you do for
All
that?
right. Yeah. So I'm a big believer in Lost Coast plant therapy. I try to spray that at least every other week until week 3 of flower. You can spray all the way through flower. I don't prefer to. And also with Lost Coast, you can spray during the day. I actually had somebody come over with the Lost Coast for the first time. He was going to spray my plants. I'm like, no, you're not. You're not spraying my plants during the day. I let somebody grow out. He had 3 moms that he just wanted to grow out for the season. I'm like, yeah, just throw them in my yard. I don't give a shit. Again, growing community, growers love. If you need help, I'm going to help you. So he brought over his fogger with Lost Coast. I'm like, do not touch my plants. He's like, I tell you what, I'm going to put it on my plants. If you see it burn, you're right. And if you don't see it burn, haha. It never burnt his plants for 3 weeks in July. Never burnt his plants spraying it during the day. Again, I'm not telling anybody to spray Las Costas plant
Hey.
therapy during the day. Don't do it. Burn your plants. Don't blame me. I'm not telling you to. This is what I do. And I also made some Jadam sulfur. Again, don't be like Chonky. Don't melt sulfur with lye. And flip flops and shorts with no shirt on, no goggles. I was just out there stirring with bamboo sticks, and so yeah, I made some Jadam sulfur and some Jadam wetting agent. So I'll use that as a fungicide. Again, that's definitely only flower though. Don't only spray that during. Or sorry, wait, no.
I was going
Only
to say
spray that
veg.
during veg. Don't spray
Yeah,
that during flower.
yeah. You don't want that shit that on your buds. Yeah.
Yeah. So between the Lost Coast plant therapy, the Jadam sulfur, and the wetting agent itself is actually an IPM. With the wetting agent, it makes it all kind of like soapy and sticky, and the bugs can't really move, so they basically get dormant and die.
Mhm.
So
Nice. Hell yeah, bro.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and then the other part of the pest management is like anytime if I haven't taken many clones in, but when I do, they get completely dunked in Lost Coast, upside down, right into a bucket, Lost Coast, and then they get quarantined. So I don't want any pests anywhere in my house right now. Knock on wood. And I'm going to say that because I just took down my 5x5 last night. I've never had a bug in my indoor, so and I really want to keep it that way.
So do you do any training for your outdoors?
I don't go as heavy with the training as the outdoors. I do lollipop a lot. I defoliate a lot, but I try to mainline. But a lot of times, mainlining super cropping outdoors is a little tough. Hey, Don. I'm about ready to pull out one of my cans. Yes, I've got two, so I only need one this time. So I'm about ready to pull out my can to pop my beans for my outdoor. My outdoor training it's I won't say it's minimal. It's like work every single day. I'm out there defoliating every day. I had one of my mentors tell me like you're growing bud sites. You're not growing fan leaves. They don't need them. So, I mean, I'll strip my plants at least half to 2/3 of the way up, and then I defoliate the shit out of them. And especially in Vermont during the October, so anything late flowering, we get a lot of rain and we get really cold in October. So
Yeah.
if you check out my Instagram, you'll see me outside with a leaf blower, just beating the shit out of my plants with a leaf blower, blowing off all the morning dew off them every morning in October. I'm out there just taking it right to my plants.
Oh, I love it, bro. I
Yeah.
love it. Win is one of the best trainers in my mind because, like, if you constantly hit your plants with wind, like, especially if that leaf blower, you create micro fractures inside of the stems, right?
Yep.
And it works the same way as like a bone would. So if you
Yep.
create a bunch of micro fractures, it'll heal up stronger and more denser. And
Yeah.
so like those branches will be able to hold those big old colas and stuff, and
Yep.
instead of
And I do go through and I do super crop as much as I can. I'll take that whole main cola and just the old school rug burns I used to give people, just
yeah,
crank on those outside. I push. I seriously, if you saw my plants, the way I treat them versus the way they come out, I beat the shit out of my plants. Like if you're not strong, I'm going to spider your ass and you're gone. So
yeah.
the plants I grow, I mean, I've had knuckles like that big around. God
Just a
damn, Kara gets
monster.
me. Yeah, I mean, I've got huge knuckles just because a lot of times I'm a clumsy fool too. I break shit all the time just because I'm clumsy, and I duct tape, electrical tape, wire. Like they're my friend. They're always with me.
Okay. And then you said you do have a indoor as well, right?
Yep, my indoor I actually took down a 5x5.
Mhm.
I ran Mrs. Cool Ice for Chad Westport. It was a Westport grape juice crossed with a UK blue cheese, which I'm not a cheese guy,
Really?
but not even the slightest stench of cheese on these girls. It's menthol. It's really weird. I'm also not a menthol person, but the number 6, I was telling Alicia earlier that I can't wait for her to try it. It's super grapey with a slight touch of menthol on the back end. And it's not like you should think of Cool Ice, Cool Cigarettes. That's kind of where he came up with the name. Like, I think menthol cigarettes, and I'm like, yeah, no.
Eh.
But this, if this smokes as great as it smells, it could be a keeper. I don't know.
Well,
It's possible.
it depends on what type of menthol. Now, if we're talking like a Camel Crush menthol, that's not for me. But if we're talking like a Newport menthol, that's not too much menthol. I'm fine with that. I could do
Yeah,
that.
this is so yeah. So these plants, I grew out 6 of them. I got an even mix 3 and 3 of 2 different phenotypes, or two growing phenotypes. I got some that are small and bushy, some are a little bit taller and lankier. The small and bushy ones have grape and menthol, and and the 3 plants are varying. One's like a 50-50 grape menthol, one's heavy on the menthol and light on the grape, and one's heavy on the grape and light on the menthol.
Okay.
The taller ones are really not my jam. They're, don't get me wrong, I'm sure the people who like burnt rubber and permanent marker and like that kind of terp, that's right up your alley. It's like, it smells like a Sharpie. So I can't remember what plant number it is. I'd have to look at my notes, but it just smells like straight up Sharpie. One plant smells like you just popped open a tube of tennis balls, and the other one is kind of a mix of the two. So, and actually, that's what I'm doing.
Like a tennis ball smell, like,
yeah, it's different, and I've seen and heard people liking that. Again, not my jam, but the plants are absolutely beautiful. Absolutely a beautiful plant to grow, and those were actually, the stems on those were so thick I could not super crop them. I was taking pliers with paper towels wrapped around them and trying to crush these things, and I couldn't do it. I mean, I probably could have, but I didn't want to actually kill them. So I was like, if you're this strong, I also use build the soil silica. So I use the silica in the actual soil mix. I use it in the watering, and I also use rice hulls in my soil mix and as a cover crop.
nice.
And the rice hulls, actually, they break down into silica. They're another form of silica. So I got all sorts of silica running through that plant. So I want
And
to say it's just,
you're doing that the smartest way. I'm sorry. I see a lot of people use rice hulls and they're like, oh yeah, it breaks down into silica, but it takes a while for that to do that.
it
So like you
does.
really need that into like your organic setup, and you need to have that in there previously before you even
Yep.
put your plant in there.
Yep.
You know
So
what I mean?
I use all my soil. So that top dress silica that gets put into the soil. So that's going to start breaking down. I add more silica to my soil. There was the silica from the last run. So, and I might even go out and try some silicium too. I'm not sure.
Ah, bro, I hear nothing but good things. I keep trying to get my hands on it and then just keep forgetting about it. And I'm like, oh yeah, fuck, silicium. Yeah, bro.
Chipperkina Kyle is going to be carrying that. So he's gonna be he's gonna be hooked up with the 5/8 crew, the new Millennium Newts. So maybe not Kyle. If I'm misspeaking, please let me know. Hopefully you're still in the chat, but he is going to be carrying nutrient lines, I do believe, and sourcing will be part of it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Bro, I'll be sick. I'll be sick
Yes,
as shit.
sir.
So, what's your view on autoflower breeding today? Are we close to
Autoflower breeding,
rivaling? Yeah, like, are we like, do you think that autoflowers are rivaling photos?
I think they're catching up. I I will say this is probably going to be my last year running autos outside.
Okay.
Is what that's another thing with my outside. So take my 54 plant count. I can have 18 flowering at a time. If I
Mhm.
put a set of autos out there, I can get those in the ground or in the pots flowered before these start flowering. So I can have 18 autos running and then 18 photos running at the same time.
Yeah.
I am running all my photos. I am only going to run a few autos this year because I committed to testing out autos outdoors. But what I want to do is I really, really want to focus my time and energy on my photo plants. Again, I work 50 hours plus a week, plus I have a house, 7 acres of land, daughter, pups, all sorts of stuff going on. I want to give all my time to my photos. I know I can do some better work if I can spend all my energy on those 18 plants rather than spreading them out through the 36. If I run 36 at a time.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay.
For breeding, though, I do think they're coming along. I am, again, I would say go back to my Instagram from last year. My outdoor, I ran some autos from Mr. Toad, Boneyard DDA Genetics. And yes, hit the like button. Not for me, for that guy. That damn camera keeps getting me. So yeah, I got some autos from Mr. Boneyard. They're just some not even labeled, but the colas are that on them. They're taller than me, and I planted them in July, and they finished up for me. So autos are coming along, and I honestly just used them as a bumper crop, but I just also don't need as much flour anymore either. Just because I've never smoked much flour. I'm an ex-smoker and I want to give my lungs a little bit of a break. So dryer vaporizing is great, but I prefer to dab. And I'm not the greatest processor, honestly. I'm still trying, but you saw what we can get from various gromies here. So there's no need for me to to grow so much flour and try to attempt really shitty processing of flower rosin. So I can toe down on the number of plants.
Okay. Okay. So, what is your opinion? Well, this is just like an industry question, okay? What's your opinion on the way that corporate cannabis is treating the plant and the culture?
I'm going to answer it in two different ways. I will say, in general, nationwide, I think it's just going to be another cash crop where large companies are going to take over, and especially if legalization goes through, we're going to have large companies taking over, and they're going to run the small guys out. And that's just a feeling that I have. I don't know. In Vermont, it's a little bit different. I actually respect the rec side of the state of Vermont. We don't allow any national MSOs to come in, so you're not going to find a Cheech and Chong here. You're not going to find a Cookies here. Every single dispensary in the state of Vermont is locally owned by the person that lives in that town. Actually, I don't know if they have to live in the town. I'll take that back. But every single dispensary is locally owned by somebody within the state of Vermont. And you can only have one dispensary. Like, you can't have a chain. Like, so you're not going to see the same store, same 15 or 20 stores of the same dispensary. You're going to see they're all individual stores.
No monopoly
So
in the area.
yeah, I think Vermont's doing it right, treating the craft growers, small farmers. Like, we're not allowing anything big coming in, and of course you can't import anything in. So we're not getting anything from California or Colorado or Oklahoma, at least in the dispensaries legally. At least the dispensary I worked in was up and up the by the book. So I didn't see any of that. It may happen, but I really don't believe so. But I would hope that, I don't want to say that I believe that there shouldn't be any kind of franchising, but I would hope that if it does become legal throughout the states, that other states will follow Vermont's suit if they haven't come online with rec yet, and just and cater to the small growers. The doctor, yes, the doctor is about 2 hours south from me.
Yeah.
And sorry, if anybody's talking to me in the chat, I'm not reading it. I apologize. The only thing I really see is anything that's put up on the screen. Every once in a while, I'll see a name that I know scroll by. But of course, I'm also blind as fuck too, so I can't even see what they're even writing. So if you see me leaning in, this is me trying to see the chat.
Oh, fucking weak, man. I love it.
Yes, sir.
So, what's the biggest life lesson growing cannabis has taught you?
The biggest patience. I have zero. I have no patience. Nothing. And these ladies drive me fucking crazy. Oh, sorry, drive me crazy.
You
Like,
can
you
swear,
have,
bro. You're good. Be yourself.
it's
Like, yeah.
for the last 3 weeks, every night I'm there with my scope. I'm like, I'm not even seeing half milky trichomes, but every night I'm still right there. I'm like, come on, finish. So they teach me patience, um, teach me respect too. You got to respect the plant, even though I keep saying I beat the shit out of them. I do love them. I love my plants. My wife does not dare ask me if I love my plants or my pups more than I love her. So we'll leave it that there.
Oh my god, you killed me, bro. Yeah, yeah. I get in trouble with the plants and my wife a lot. I can tell you that.
You know, I will give my wife some big props. She puts up with a lot of bullshit, and when I say a lot of bullshit, I pull a lot of bullshit. And she is cool with everything. She doesn't really partake anymore. So as long as it's not like laying out everywhere, as long as she can't smell it, she doesn't give a shit what I do. So she's a good one. She puts up with me.
What's some advice that you would give your younger self when you first started growing?
Don't rely on YouTube videos and don't rely on charts and graphs solely. And also get one mentor. Don't try to follow five people's styles because you're going to have five different things going on. It's not going to work. One thing I like to say, I haven't said it, you haven't heard it much, but I'll say it here too. Read those charts, read those books, watch DGC, hook up with some friends, learn a bunch of shit, but read your plants. Those leaves are storytellers of the plant. The leaves are going to the plants will tell you exactly what they need. I don't have the name of it right off. I'm going to look for it real quick. But I have the very first chart I have, it's called, of course, I can't find it right now. It's the Grow Weed Easy page, growweedeasy.com. There's a problems and symptoms a little page there, and it goes through and it will show you a picture of like, okay, this is nitrogen deficiency, and I'll show you a picture. Okay, this is nitrogen toxicity. I'll show you a picture so you can compare. Over like one thing that I could never get a grasp on for some reason is my overwatering versus underwater. Like if you told me there was a watering issue, I couldn't tell you if it was over or underwater. I don't know why I couldn't wrap my head around that. Yeah, so if, I think it's the second tab from the left might be what I'm looking for. I can't really see where you are there.
I could barely read it too. I'm with you.
So it's problems and symptoms and diagnose your sick plant.
Yeah.
And it goes like here, I'm looking at unusual new growth, smooth leaf edges, it's accidental re-vegging. Pale or dark bugs under leaves, it could be aphids or aphids. So it's a really good source. So this is where I learned a lot of, like, I will take a leaf from my grow, go upstairs or bring my computer down and see what's going on in my plant. So yeah, read your plants. I know I just talked a lot, but my advice is read your plants. Yes, read your books, watch your YouTube videos, talk to other gromies. But my biggest advice is after you've got a basic understanding, read your plants and go from there.
Oh yeah. I know that ICANN has a life-size photo, not photo, poster.
Yep.
Yeah, he has a life-size poster of like a deficiency poster, so you can literally take your leaf and put it right up to it,
Yep.
and then be like, all right, this one looks like that. This one looks like that. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And I know that helps with a lot of people. So I post a link for that site in the Ames
Nice.
Discord. Nice. Oh yeah.
And this, like I said, get somebody that you trust. And if you see somebody who's got shitty plants, they're probably going to be a shitty grower, so maybe not take their advice. But if you find somebody like, wow, you have great plants, so what do you do? Follow their advice or somebody who you trust.
Yeah, plants are the best teachers. I love that.
They are. Oh, Skunk Ape, I still need a piece from you, bro. I keep saying it. I never get it, but we got to hook up someday.
Skunk, bro. I don't know what kind of glass he makes, but I like that fucking name. I might, bro. What? Bro, you
Yep.
gotta come around to these shows more often, man. You're bringing in some people I ain't never, bro.
There's many there.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I did the Grow Me Love thing. I shared the shit out of the show. When
Thank
I was
you, man.
waiting for the link, that's what I was doing. I was on Instagram. I shared the link with Cortez's picture. I'm like, it says Cortez, but it's really going to be me, guys. So I sent it out to a few groups. So hopefully we're seeing some organic grower societies and Tropicana Kyle and some other people. I just sent it through. The 2B Blunt crew. Of course, Canna Alicia's always here. She's my girl. She's always got my back. She's got everybody's back. Anybody who's here that doesn't know Canna Alicia, does not follow her, please go give her a follow. She is the sweetest, best person, just a 100% genuine. You'll never meet a better person and somebody who's going to have your back and just be the best friend that you've ever met. So anybody who doesn't know Alicia, make sure you meet her tonight.
Definitely.
Same thing with Tropicana Kyle too. I mentioned all of his products. He's just a solid dude. Like I'm old enough to be his dad, but I just find him to be so well grounded and so for the people, for the plant. Like he's just an awesome dude. Not only is he a master at his art, he's just one awesome dude. Don from Can too. Don,
yeah.
buddy, I am
Bro.
so bummed you're not going to make it to Vermont. I was hoping I had a little jar of my infused syrup for you, waiting for you, bro. But we will meet, kind of like Grow and Grind, my friend. We will meet one of these days. You're not too far from me, so you're on my bucket list, my friend. That's what I need to do. Can a bucket list? People I want to meet.
Oh. All right, top 5. Well,
Top 5.
No, that top 5 that you haven't said.
Top 5 I haven't said that I haven't met yet.
Yeah.
And are we talking in person or online?
In person.
Top 5 that I haven't met yet. I would love to meet THC Titan. And the reason that is that guy is so freaking mysterious. He will not go on shows. He will not show his face. If you happen to catch a THC Titan show, you have a fake voice, you have a cartoon image. So just pure the mystery of it. Plus, he is a bomb ass breeder. Like I can't wait to run his gear. I'm collecting his gear now. So now I got to figure out what I got to run. So I just picked up some of his Camferno. So I can't wait to run that. Got the Camferno. Now I've got the Ocean Fruit. I've got Kush Babies. I've got like maybe 6 or 8 packs of his. So THC Titan would be one. I have talked a lot about a lot of people too. So I think Banner from DGC. I could just sit there and talk about terps and hash and just go all out terp nerd with him. Another thing that I did, real quick backstory. I'm everywhere tonight. Sorry. I went through the Trichome Institute, so I'm a certified entrepreneur. So it's like the Ganjier, but a very, very, very scaled down version. I took the $500 version of the $5,000 course. So, I went through and I got all the terpene kits so I can smell different terpenes. I can tell you what the terpene is, what their medical benefits are. So anyway, I'd love to sit with Banner and just completely nerd out with terps.
Yeah, that's definitely a good pick.
Who else? I mean, I told Chad that I probably screamed like a little girl when I met him. But so he's number 1. But I got to go with people I haven't mentioned yet. Rasta Jeff. Rasta Jeff is a really cool dude. He's one that I collect his genetics. And he's on Discord. So I can go on Discord most any night of the week and ask him about those specific seeds. He is such a loving person. It's kind of, maybe, is it weird I'm calling another dude a loving person? Like he's like such a loving, like genuine person. Like he's like, come give me a hug, shake my hand, whatever, do whatever you need, bro. He just really wants to talk to you. He wants to hook you up with beans. He wants to talk about the plant.
Shout out to Irie's fucking Discord, bro. That's literally the first place I ever saw you.
Oh,
First
really?
place I met you. Yeah, I was
Nice.
chilling in there one day. Yeah.
Who else? Hmm. You actually got me stumped. You got me to stop talking. That's a first for this interview, at least. Um,
You thinking shit?
yeah, and I've actually got to think about real words. I don't know. Grow and Grind Mary. She's on my bucket list. She's a true OG. Her and her husband are, again. I gravitate to like people that are genuine. Like you can tell if somebody's genuine, and just watching Mary, the way she interacts with the groups, her channel, she is so loving and so generous. I don't know another person who just goes out to cups and other places to collect things just to give away because that's what she loves to do. She just loves to give stuff away, and she does it all the time. So I would love to meet Mary. Um, who else? Of course, I'm going to think about 10 people right off the top of my head. Right after we end, I got to get one more person. You know, I think Elle and I would, if we, yes,
Big
sir.
Mountain Fudge Cake, bro. That shit is fire. Sorry.
I've got a pack, and I want to put that outside in my mountains. I don't know. There's not Big Mountain Fudge Cake, Green Mountains of Vermont, but the mountain in the mountain. Oh, Grandma's here.
Yo, what up, Grambo?
Hey,
Hell yeah, what's up, brother?
I'm gonna, even though it may not be, I'm gonna take credit. I sent Grambo the link, so I'm like Grambo. So yes, and Grambo, I have already said the whole read your graphs in your books, but read your plants, so you can't steal it from me tonight, at least. Grambo is such a good guy. I don't know if you caught me on his show the other night. My same philosophy. When a friend asks for help, you help them. I was like downstairs, deep into my plants. I get a message from Grambo. Like, hey, dude, can you help me on the show tonight? I'm like, fucking, of course I can. I'm there. So I'm like
YouTube
tonight. I'm like
recommended
all sweaty, and I'm like covered in dirt, and nails are all dirty, and I'm like running around getting my stuff together. And I hopped down with Grambo and just shot the shit for quite a while. And
Oh yeah,
I would love to meet Grambo too. You told me I couldn't say other names that I've said before, but I'll say
fine.
Grambo. I love Grambo. He's a solid dude. I would love to meet him.
Dude, cool dude. I seen him. I think he was. No, yeah, he is literally the first creator or anybody in the weed community that I've ever met in person, and I met him at the Secret Stash in Denver. My first event too. It was super cool. He was super nice. Have that first photo with him, man. I was cheesing.
Oh, I see. Grambo YouTube recommended it. At least give me a little bit of glory, my friend. Give me a little glory. But you know what, though? It is awesome seeing that YouTube recommended your show, though.
Yeah, that's
You're not
crazy.
shadow banned.
Yeah, hell yeah. I haven't got. I'm gonna change that. Watch.
No, I'm thinking like now that I say I'm not gonna get you shadow banned, and I have all sorts of like weed plants right behind me and my logo.
Oh, bro, I'm surprised I haven't been banned. Like, I swear, I smoke. I just do my thing. I literally, and I try to explain that to like everybody who comes on the show. I don't want you to sit here and act some like show type of way. I want you to be yourself. I don't want you to be anything. Be raw. Oh, sorry. Be raw and be real. Almost
Be
burped.
chonky.
Be chunky.
Everybody's gotta be a little chonky every once in a while.
I love it. Oh yeah. So, you got any future plans? Any shout outs?
I'm actually having lots of anxiety about my outdoor grow this year. Yeah, it's one of those where I'm blessed with so many great genetics that I don't know what to run. So, as we speak today, as I should go pull out my can and get my beans in the can, probably tonight or tomorrow. I'm going to run those testers, the Miss Cool Waste testers, again, running those outside for resilience of outside pest and environmental stressors. Doing the same thing with the no jokes. Chad created another batch of beans. It's the same. They're the same beans. It's just a new batch. I'm going to test those for viability and again resilience outdoors against mold, leaf mold, any kind of molds and pest resiliencies. I'm also going to grow out to Chud, which is a Westport grape juice crossed with Afghani #1, I believe. And me being blessed with the DGC people here. I don't know if Mailman made it in or not. Mailman sent me a JR Token Cherry Paloma and a Umami Seeds Breeder's Cut of Parfait, and Cortez sent me a Super Boof. So those 3 plants are going to go outside as well, just to see what they do outside.
Oh.
And then I have the Lowe's Greasy Candy that the autos are going to go out. And I do have a friend who only smokes sativa, so I'm going to start her some Amnesia Haze autos. That way I'm going to get them started. I'm going to get them in the pots. I'm going to harden them off and then give them to her to finish out. So,
Fuck
so
yeah,
I've got plans, and that's like right now. But if you ask me next week, I might have a whole totally different plan with another 30 plants out there. You never know what Chonky's going to do.
I always keep them guessing. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So, what is one piece of advice that you can give new growers starting on their first journey?
Be patient and read. And again, take that that link that Psycho Chick put up. Use that to diagnose your leaves. Find somebody solid who grows decent plants and follow their advice. And get into live chats. Like, you've only seen, I mean, I've been in these live chats for probably a year, maybe a little bit more. But you've only really seen me since like October. And I started like just coming in, saying hey to everybody and asking questions. And I get to meet really awesome people like Canna Alicia and Elkanah and Grambo. I'm just reading names that people I've met through the community. Mary from Grow and Grind. I've met so many people, and everybody's so generous. Get in the community, make friends. We're all here to help and to teach. If somebody asks me a question, I'm going to answer it. I will answer it with, "This is what I do. Take that for what it's worth." I would hate to tell somebody, "Yeah, the advice I gave or what I did for an answer." Somebody was having some issues with a plant. I said, well, you know what I do is I would saturate it with recharge and build a soil freeze dried baby coconut, let it dry back first, and then water in with that. And it was amazing. And this guy had great results. So I do give advice in kind of in a way. I'll just tell you what I do. If you ask me a question, I'll tell you what I would do. I'm not going to say, well, you should go out and buy this 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 and then add it. I'll tell you that I went out and I've done this, and this is what worked for me. So, my advice to new growers, again, read your books, do your research. I researched for about a year before I even tried growing, and then I got a manual that was like a master's grower manual that actually it helped out quite a bit.
There's some good knowledge.
So read that, and then again, just hopped in, asked questions, and for the people that I've mentioned, the people that I see here, so Mary Grow and Grind, Kieran and Alicia, Grambo Rose, Elkanah, I can guarantee, I will actually put my name on the line guarantee. If you reached out to any of those people that I just named, you said, hey, I'm having a problem, can you help me? They're going to drop what they're doing to help you. There's nothing but community love here. So get in the community, make friends. None of us bite too hard, at least. We hang out. Like I'm on Discord. I'm on the 2B Bunt Discord. I'm on Ross and Jeff's Discord. I'm on Gambit Discord. I've heard recently about Twitch. I've heard about it before, but I know there's some people now hanging out, watching stoner movies and hanging out on Twitch. So just, get out in the community. And I've learned so much from so many people. So again, you're going to have to stop. I told you earlier, I'm really lit right now, so you're going to have to stop me from talking. So I don't even know what question I'm answering right now. I'm just talking to you. Stop me. So.
You're good, bro. You're good. No, fuck that.
So Grandpa says he bites so
Yeah,
lovingly.
I
Ask him
know.
what to
It
do.
threw me off so bad.
Ask Grandpa what he does like a Rottweiler.
Oh shit. I'm fucking
Oh
dead.
shit! I think this bomb needs to get fired away. Have you tried the bomb e-rig?
Bro, no, oh my God. I see everybody with these fancy e-rigs, bro. I'm still in the past. This is what I got going.
You know,
You know,
again, that I don't smoke in the house. We've talked. I've got my daughter. I've got my wife who doesn't. They neither appreciate the smell. They all know what I do. So I don't bust out the torch and the rig inside the house.
mhm.
And my candy ass is not going to go outside in 20-degree weather when it's winter out in Vermont and heat up a nail. I've got the bomb. I've got the Carter 2. Got ready to once Kyle launches his new brand. He's gonna be a Puffco distributor, so I'll
Oh,
probably pick up a Peak as well.
nice, nice, yeah.
I like all my toys. I'm a toy collector too. I have the presses and the washers, and it's like nice and shiny and bright and new, I want it.
I feel
Like
that.
I said, my wife puts up with a bunch of shit, and the credit card bill is one of them.
I feel it. Like I got just for example, like all of this is filled with different smoking utensils, right? And then I have
Nice.
three other drawers that are did the same, and then I have another like it's like one of those plastic drawer container things that you can get at Walmart that are like fucking $10. That's all filled with a bunch of different types of glass and different slides and all kinds of. Yeah, I feel it. The only thing I don't have is like these e-rigs and stuff, but I'll get it soon.
Mary, I was actually just Grow and Grind Mary. I was just talking to the Grateful Nerd, and we're gonna have a pressing party. So if you want to just see how we press, we've got flour. I think I have about 50 or 60 grams of screened dry sift, like actual over screens, not just like a under your trim tray. I'm like actually
Yeah.
over like real screen. So I have a lot of sift I can go through. So we're gonna have a pressing party at one of these days. And Mary, I want you to come. It's gonna be on Discord. I'm not sure if you are on Discord, but again, I can help you get on if you want, and you can hang out with us and watch the chaos because it's a lot of fun.
Bro, you gotta let me know. Well, no, I can't say that. I ain't got my press.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no.
I will say I may or may not have just ordered today an electronic flower sieve. So instead of my ass having to stand up in front of screens, what I'm going to do is like, no, I've actually never told anybody. So this is breaking news for Ames High Cannabis. This is what Chonky's going to do. I'm going to get one of those flower sieves, and then I'm going to get dry ice. And I'm going to break up all my flowers by hand, nice and gently, into a metal bowl. I'm going to put that bowl into dry ice and freeze the shit out of my flowers. Then I'm going to dump all that into the sieve and let it run, and just let that sieve run with dry ice, and let all my trichomes just fall. Don't know what's going to happen, but you know what? We're going to find out.
I'm down to watch. I'll fucking be there. I'll be there.
Hey, we can have a sifting party. We can have a pressing party. Hey, hell, if you want, I'll pull out my washing machine. We can have a washing party.
Bro, we can wash. Don't get me started. We can wash. We want to have a washing party. We can do that. I got it.
The one thing with washing for me is I always mess up the dry. For some reason, I've washed like 4 times.
Uh-huh.
I get some really decent hash out of it, but then when I dry it, it just turns out like shit, and I don't know why. My method is I have a wine fridge that I set to 50 degrees. I put pizza box. I use a sieve. I don't ever use like what is it called? Like a grater. Some people use like a cheese grater, but you're just like slicing the trichomes open. Don't ever use a cheese grater. Use like a sieve. Push your heads through the sieve and make sure it's like a nice even layer in a pizza box on top of parchment, and then I put that in my wine fridge. I thought that would be perfect, but for some reason I keep screwing it up. I do have a Buchner funnel. If you look for Shangri-Los, if you look for Buchner funnel hash drying, what it does is that you put it into the funnel and it takes a vacuum pump and it pulls the water out of the hash before you put it in the dry and before you dry it. So you can kind of get, you miss the step of the freeze dryer, but you also miss like, you can dry it within hours, much less days.
Psycho, could you pull up that real quick? What he was talking about?
So if you go to YouTube and then if you look for Buchner, it's Buchner funnel hash drying. It's a Shangri-Los video. And then if you go into about halfway through, you'll see the actual steps. And if I can beat you to it, I'll send it into the private chat.
It's gonna be faster. Definitely not me. I can tell you that right now. I'll be dead last. Man, that sounds pretty cool though.
I have never tried this. I have all the fun toys to do it, but I've never done it. And let's get back to StreamYard.
Yeah, I'm not finding it.
Private chat. I got you.
Okay.
Oops. It's in the private chat.
Pull that open over here. And pull myself back off. Hi guys. Bye guys.
Bye, hi.
Hi, bye.
Yeah, oh shit, I said it backwards too. Hi, bye. There you go.
There you go. So what he's doing is you take, you set up the Buchner funnel. I'm sorry, Psycho Chick, if you want to run the audio, I'll stop talking.
Do you want me to start it over?
No, it's okay. But so I was just going to explain what they're doing.
Okay.
So that top piece where you see the hose go in, that is a glass funnel that has little holes in it, microscopic holes in it already, like in the funnel. So it's like a pre-built funnel, and then you take your 25 micron little sheet that you put your hash on, and you put that little sheet right into that funnel, and then you put aluminum foil on it. And then what he did is he takes hair ties and fastens the aluminum foil to the hair tie. And then what it does is it pulls the water out of the hash, but between the little micron dots that are in the actual funnel and that 25 micron hash sleeve, if you want to call it, the hash doesn't go through. So you're just pulling water straight out of the hash, and it keeps it from, and it helps you pull. Can't remember what it was. It's almost like 80% or 90% of the water will be pulled out by that system, and then that way it's going to make your air drying look that much quicker and easier.
I'm gonna post a link for it in the Discord as well.
Oh, I just
Alicia, yes, I will send you the link.
I'm just gonna put it in share your socials.
Too busy.
So the guy, as I'm looking at it, the guy on the right is Shangri-Los. Does a lot of great cannabis content. And the guy on the left is Tyler Marquardt, I think is how you pronounce his last name. He's really big in the hash community.
Do you want me to unmute it and play it, or?
No, it was just cool to see it. It was just cool to see it.
They're actually not going to actually show the actual hash being pulled, water being pulled through the hash, but you can see. So about halfway up that funnel, you'll see like a dark ring once he moves his arm. Yep, you can't really see it now. So there's this hair tie. So you got to put the something over the aluminum foil, or it's going to pop the aluminum foil off. So you just want to make sure that there's no debris or anything falling through into the hash. So yeah, you just lay your 25 micron mat right into that funnel, turn on the vacuum pump, and pull the water out.
Huh.
Again, I will say I want to try this. I have all the tools. I just have not done it yet. For me, it's just a matter of actually pulling. Oh, there's some hash right there. So that's right out of the Buchner funnel.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down to try that. Like I said, I've got all the equipment. I just need a cool temperature and some help. Pulling bags, as I'm sure, since it sounds like you've washed before, pulling bags for like 10 hours is not easy. It's not easy on your body. And I'm fat and old and disabled. So it's kind of hard on me to do it by myself.
Yeah.
But I am stoked to try that method. But knowing me, at one of these times, I'm gonna see a harvest rate on sale, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy the harvest rate and screw the Bruckner funnel and the wine fridge and all that stuff.
Fuck it. Just get the good stuff.
Yeah, I am a hash head. I actually have a hash hoe T-shirt, so I can say I'm a hash hoe and I have a T-shirt to prove it.
I love it, dude.
I also have a T-shirt that says hash hoes over weed bros. So that same girl I was telling you about that gave me the ChonkyNugz name came up with a hash hoes over weed bros. She came up with that, so it's kind of one of those kind of stuck with me. Just like a friend said it, so I'm like, yeah, I'll wear a T-shirt that's pink that says hash hoes over weed bros. I have no shame.
I'm fucking weak, man. Well, shit, we done past the hour mark, just chatting it up. Fucking bro, thank you. Amazing, bro.
I apologize. I talked a whole lot, and I don't even know if I answered all your questions. I just started talking, and shit came out of my mouth, and I think it sounded okay.
Yeah, bro, it was great. There was all kinds of shit. There was the answer, and then there was a story behind each answer.
There's a story, and then there's a side story. So this is what happens in Chonky's brain when I'm not lit and talkative. Like when I'm not lit and talkative, I have the same like monologue in my head. It just doesn't come out.
I love it. Fucking bro, man. Seriously, I appreciate you coming up here, bro. Couldn't have been a show.
Anytime you want to have me, I will be here. When a friend asks for help, you help them, and you know what? Whether I'm scheduled or not, if you want me here, I will be here for you, bro.
Hell yeah, brother. Thank you as always, man.
And thank you for having me. Everybody in the chat, thank you for coming. I'm not sure who came from my shares, but I know I saw a few people in, so thank you for coming and supporting me and Ames.
Hell yeah. Where can the people who don't know who you are find you?
I'm not very. I'm in a lot of other people's spaces. I'm kind of a whore like that. I'm on Ames channel. I'm on Juby Blunt channel. I don't have any of my own stuff. I just kind of like hang out with the cool kids. So I actually only have my ChonkyNugz Instagram account. But I look for lives every night when the missus goes to bed. I like to hang out in the chats. So usually I'm on like a DGC chat or a New Millennium, Irie Genetics. What else do I hang out with? I'm trying to think of like Thursday nights, Tubi Blunt. Oh shit, wrong one. There we go, right there, Tubi Blunt. You'll find me there Thursday nights. I moderate the Tropicana VIP groups. If you were to join the Tropicana VIP group, you have an in. You'll see me there. I'm on the Discords for Tubi Blunt. I have my own Discord that I don't have much going on, but I was thinking about with my dry sift journey. I'm thinking about popping up my Discord just a little bit, just to put my own stuff there. I'm on the Gambit Discord, so I mean I'm everywhere. I'm a big dude. It's hard to miss me. So,
bro, you need to get in my Discord. I ain't got you in my Discord. Are you?
Are you sure? I'm looking right now. I'm gonna call you out if you're.
Yeah, do it.
Oh,
Tell me if I'm wrong.
Oh shit!
Tell me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong.
Oh shit! I know I was on your Discord at one point. Shit, I am not, but
let's go. Okay, I'm not crazy.
I apologize, sir. Send me the link, and I will be there too.
That's too easy.
Shit, I swore I was part of your Discord. I thought I got the link from PsychoCheck because I was battling your link at one point. Maybe I never joined because I was having trouble with your link. It kept telling me. Often it tells me that the link is no longer valid or accessible, and it wasn't just yours. Like it happens often to me, so maybe I never did join.
Now I know we had some problems a while back because Once you go and join into the Discord, you have to accept your roles, otherwise you won't see the other channels. And a lot of
Ah,
people will just join the Discord, see like no channels, and be like, oh well, there's nothing happening here, and then just dip out. Accept your roles, choose your roles so you can see all of the like everything. Don't
you
forget,
heard it
y'all.
here first. Know your role,
Know your role. You could always have a new role, but know your role.
but know your role.
All
Oh,
right,
I
man.
think it's time because my computer's about ready to die. My AirPods just died. So, Ames, thank you so very much for having me. I had an absolute blast. I thought it was like I thought we've been here for like 5 minutes. So, you know, it's a good time and time flies.
Oh yeah. Bro, thank you for being here. Definitely couldn't have been a show without you, man. Fucking
Yeah,
y'all go find him. I know he has Instagram for sure. I know that. Go find him on Instagram.
yep.
Follow up to this man. Like, dude's a goat, okay? He's a secret goat because he's always hiding, but he's everywhere and he's a goat.
Have you seen this body? I cannot hide if I tried.
Fucking weak.
All right, sir. Thank you so very much. I am out of here. Have a good night. And again, thank you so much for having me. I was kind of just like side joking, like, "Hey, put me in, coach." And next thing I know, I got a message, and here I am. So thank you so much, man.
Hell yeah. Thank you again. I keep saying that shit. I love it. Anyways, shit, I lost my train of thought again. All right, yo, fucking, bro, tap into the Discord. Gonna start doing like giveaways and all kinds of stuff that you're gonna really want to be a part of because it's gonna be lit, yo. It's gonna be lit. But, anyways, I hope y'all like the show. Don't forget to sub up to my man Chonky. Bro has hella knowledge. Don't let him fool you. Guy is just a fucking plethora of goddamn knowledge. Goddamn genius over here. Fucking goat. All right. But anyways, y'all, stay high, my friends.